Hello, Dr. Smith and the RMHC class. We wanted to thank you all for allowing us the opportunity to connect with you virtually about some of the services that we provide as an organization, but also what it's like to work for a private or public organization like a nonprofit compared to vocational rehabilitation or a state or federal VA program. So we're going to take a moment and introduce our group. My name is Devin O'Connor, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Grow Group. I graduated from the University of South Florida with a bachelor's in business administration, go Bulls. And then I went on to complete a master's at George Washington University in special education.
Wonderful. My name is Bridget Canal. I'm the senior vocational evaluator for the Grow Group, and I'm also an employment specialist. I graduated from USF with a bachelor's degree in psychology, the minor in behavioral health care, and I went on to attain my master's degree in the rehab and mental health counseling program at USF as well.
My name is Sarah Cannell. I am a vocational evaluator and employment specialist at the Grow Group. I also completed my undergraduate degree at USF in psychology with a minor in applied behavior analysis, and then went on to also enter the rehabilitation and mental health counseling program. So, woohoo.
Thank you. My name is Maddie Wyzorek. I am the Assistant Director of Employment Services with the Grow Group. Also an alumni of USF, Go Bulls. I have my bachelor's in psychology and in anthropology, and I've been working with the Grow Group now for about 6 years.
So we wanted to just kind of give you all some insight into what it's like to work for our organization and some of the things we've recently accomplished. We were recognized in 2019 as an emerging leader. We also, from the APSI National, we also received an award in 2016 from the National Rehabilitation Association, and it was for an organizational award. And then in 2015 until present time, we are nominated and continue to receive recognition and awards for being one of USF Alumni's Fast 56, so the fastest growing alumni-led organizations. Some of our milestones as of last year during the pandemic were we have about 583 successful case closures. So that would be individuals that we're working with through vocational evaluations, employment services, supported employment, things like that, who we've successfully closed in meaningful employment, and they are now independent in a job in the community. We also have 1,200 evaluations as of last year, and those would be both comprehensive and on-the-job evaluations or situational evaluations. And then 1,488, so roughly 1,500 pre-ET services provided to youth through the funding of WIOA, the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. And these are services that we provide while the youth are in high school so that we can really prepare them for post-secondary options or employment. So before I go into traditional services, I just wanted to let you all know that our organization is a nonprofit, but we do operate in a fee-for-service contract with Florida's Department of Education, specifically vocational rehabilitation, along with some other federal agencies. We work with Department of Labor. We're about to engage in a contract with juvenile justice. And then we work and do some consulting with organizations throughout the country, providing statewide training and also working with some of the universities. And so our traditional services or our core competencies include employment services, supported employment, on-the-job training, and work-based learning experiences. And these are really focused on employment or training leading up to employment. They're out in the community, and the idea is to, during the training, develop transferable skills at a work site so that we can go out into the community and seek employment, or just seek employment if the person is job ready. We also offer pre-placement training and self-advocacy training, primarily for youth, to assist them with becoming job ready so that they can go out into the community and seek employment. Comprehensive vocational evaluations and on-the-job evaluations. We really lean heavily on your program for candidates to provide these services and assessments, and it's a way for us to determine what a person could be good at, identify some different paths or career paths for them, and then help connect the dots to employment. Discovery and customized employment is something else that we provide, where we slow down and we really get to learn about the individual at home and what kind of skills they've developed that are transferable out into employment in their community. And I know this is near and dear to Dr. Smith's heart. In fact, we've worked on a pilot with her and her team. And then Social Security benefits analysis. This is an opportunity for us to learn more about an individual and the benefits that they receive and how those benefits will be impacted by employment so that they can make an informed decision about working out into the community. The last one, and it's our more recent or newest service, is peer mentoring. And it allows us to connect peer mentees with mentors who are within the same age range to identify different networking opportunities or professional development or just different things out in their community that can lead them to a more polished perspective or professional perspective on how they can take the next step into their community for employment. So ultimately, our focus as an organization is employment.
Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about employment services and supported employment services. So just like Devin said, this is something that we provide for clients, whether they're looking for direct placement or training opportunities in the community. We help them from everything from resume development, cover letters, interviews, interview preparation, doing mock interviews with our clients and helping them just building confidence when talking to an employer. We coach them on crucial conversations with their coworkers or with their managers. And we also advocate and assist with any accommodations that might be needed for those clients. One of the really amazing things that we get to do is we get to meet our clients relatively often. We're trying to meet with them at least once a week, whether it's virtual or in the community. We meet them in their communities at a local library or someone that is, accessible for them to be able to get to. And we support them before they get a job and all the way through a successful case closure, depending on the type of service that we're working with. Some examples of activities I would just mentioned, like I said, the resume building, interview preparation, transportation planning, and helping them being able to understand how are they going to get to work. Those are some of the important activities that we would be working with our clients with. Also, like Devin was mentioning, we provide WIPA or benefits summary and analysis with our clients that receive Social Security, whether it's SSI or SSDI. And so based on the individual and what their financial outlook is, we would be able to meet with them, understand what those benefits look like and how they could potentially be impacted, or what work incentives are available for that client so that way they don't have the fear of getting back to work. This is a really valuable service before the client is able to get into the community and start working, and understanding how those benefits are really going to impact them or not impact them. All right, Bridget, would you like to talk about vocational evaluation?
Great. Yes. I'm so excited to be talking to you guys today about vocational evaluation, comprehensive vocational evaluation, as well as worksite evaluation. So like Devin already mentioned, we are able as RMHC graduates to use our credentials as master's level students to become vocational evaluators alongside experience. So again, I'm particularly excited to be speaking on this right now. So vocational evaluation, as it sounds like, is an opportunity to meet with individuals who are at the point in time in their career path that they're looking to find a job goal with vocational rehabilitation, as well as to have more direction in their case and what can help them along the way in that rehabilitation part of vocational rehabilitation. So we meet with individuals and we complete a wide variety of assessments, administering that ranging from academic achievement, IQ, interest inventories, as well as a clinical interview to really get a sense of who that person is at this point in time, and as well as what that means for their future with employment. So we include this visual here to kind of show a little bit more of a day in the life as a vocational evaluator, right? And what that process looks like. So from start to finish, we receive a vocational evaluation referral from a counselor, again, indicating that the client would benefit from having more of that chance for career exploration and understanding what they would like their career goals to be. And we conduct, we discuss maybe if we might be virtual, especially these days, we often are completing virtual evaluations, or we are meeting with them in person, right? Whether it's somewhere in their community, whether it's in our office, or like Maddie mentioned earlier, in the local library. As I already said, we complete interviews, administer assessments, and then the client is left with a complete comprehensive evaluation that includes recommendations for jobs, recommendations for rehabilitation, accommodations, and all of those things. So giving you, again, a little bit more of a visual picture of what exactly we might administer. So we offer a couple different academic achievement tests, aptitude, career scope might look familiar to you guys. And we offer multiple intelligence testing, interest inventories. Again, some things might sound familiar to you, such as the self-directed search, the Holland Code assessment. We look at work styles, as well as dexterity, learning styles. So again, very comprehensive look at individuals. Work site evaluations are where we're able to go into the community, into a real life working environment, and kind of get a chance to observe our clients showing these work skills. So again, we have a visual here to talk about what that might consist of, completing career exploration, skills assessments, as well as that worksite observation. And we bring our clients all over, right? We might be in Publix doing a worksite evaluation. We might be at the Humane Society. So really giving our clients to have a chance to get their feet wet a little bit in what a career looks like while we observe their skills.
All right, so as Devin and Maddie mentioned a little bit before, our pre-placement training service is really geared toward our clients who are coming to us with either little to no job history or experience, or coming to us with maybe a big gap, or maybe they're just returning to the workforce. And then our self-advocacy training is very similar, but also very different. So I would say pre-placement is much more geared toward sort of a toolbox of skills and knowledge points to have as a really informed individual going into the workforce, versus self-advocacy is really focused on self-reflection, an internal process, internal growth. And so both are beautiful in their own way. We all love doing the trainings. So we do receive federal funding, I'm sorry, receive a referral and review the documents from our federal funding source. We reach out to the client, we receive a commitment form from them in order to try to ensure that they're going to follow through with the service. We organize the classes and have a real parade of our coaches go through and be the instructors for these trainings. It's really fun. They get to learn from each of us throughout the process. We do virtual meetings, and we also have a classroom platform as well. We're hoping to get back to that soon. So we've adapted to both. It's typically small groups, which we find is really beneficial for discussions and reflection. And in both of these trainings, there's going to be different kinds of assignments, projects, activities, and quizzes.